A very good evening, everyone, and to Madam Shima. We are Group 6, and today we will be presenting our financial management project based on the journal article titled Why Do Firms Extend Trade Credit? The Role of Inventories. Throughout this presentation, we will discuss the article's background, research findings, critical evaluation, and its relationship with working capital management. Hello again, my name is Kashitra Armugam, and for my part, I'll be presenting the article information and introduction of our journal article. The article is titled Why Do Firms Extend Trade Credit? The Role of Inventories. It was written by Fernandez, Quagrilia, Cantonicas, and Stukas and published in the International Journal of Finance and Economics. The study examines 198,024 manufacturing firms across 11 Euro area countries from 2006 to 2022. These countries are Austria, Belgium, Finland, France, Greece, Ireland, Italy, Netherlands, Portugal, and Spain. Now, moving on to the background of the topic. Trade credit basically means allowing customers to buy goods and services now and pay later. For suppliers, this creates accounts receivable, which is an important component of current assets. The article highlights the importance of trade credit with an average trade to credit sales ratio of 30%. The article mainly focuses on the relationship between trade credit and inventory management. Holding too much inventory can be costly, but there is also a risk that products may remain unsold. Therefore, firms may offer trade credit to encourage customers to purchase more, helping them to increase sales and reduce inventory levels. This is known as the inventory management motif. The study also examines the euro area's sovereign debt crisis to determine whether the relationship between trade credit and inventory became stronger during periods of economic and financial uncertainty. Finally, the purpose of our review is to understand how trade credit, inventories, and accounts receivable are conducted and how economic uncertainty can influence these decisions. This is closely related to working capital management as it involves how firms manage their current assets. That concludes my part of the presentation. Thank you, and over to the next person.
Hello, Rajiv here. Now I will present the summary of the article which cover the research objective, methodology, key findings and overall summary. The first research objective of this study were to examine why firm extend trade credit and to investigate the role of inventory management in trade credit decisions. The researchers also want to determine whether firm reduce inventory level by extending trade credit. In addition, the analysts whether these relations become stronger during the Europe Soviet debt crisis. Lastly, the examine whether financially constrained firms and firms producing differentiate product really more heavily on trade credit. Next, the research methodology used a quantitative research design. The data was collected from Orbis Europe database and include 19802 for manufacturing firms across 11 euro area country from 2006 to 2022. These result with more than 503,000 firm year observations. The researchers analyzed the data using the system generalized method of movements or system DMM while controlling for factors such as firm size, age, profitability, liquidity, bank loans, and public listing status. They also conduct a robustness test to ensure the reliability of findings. Moving on the key finding, the study found significant negative relationship between inventory and trade credit. This means the firm tend to extend more credit when the inventory level decreased. The relation become even stronger during the Europe Soviet debt crisis. Financially considered, the firm show the greater relation trade credit as inventory management strategy. Furthermore, producing differential product extend more trade credit that firms producing standardized products. The result remain consistent across all the robust tests. Finally, the overall summary is that inventory management play as an important role in firm trade credit decision. Trade credit help businesses reduce inventory holding costs, increase sales, and support customer during period of financially uncertainty. Overall, the study provides strong evidence that efficient inventory management is a key factor influencing trade credit decision and corporate financial. Thank you.
Hi guys, good afternoon. I'm Dhanush Raja. Now I will present the critical evaluation of the article. First, let's look at the strength of the study. One of the main strengths is the researchers used a large dataset of manufacturing firms which makes the findings more reliable and reduces the risk. The study also focuses on the relationship between inventory management and trade credit, which is an important but less explored area in working capital management. In addition, the researchers used real company financial data instead of only theoretical assumption. This makes the findings more practical and useful for financial managers. The study also consider different economic conditions, helping us understand how firms adjust their trade credit decision during period of the financial. Next, the limitations of the study. The research mainly focuses on European manufacturing firms, so the findings may not be fully applicable to companies in Malaysia or other countries because of differences in business environments and financial systems. Another limitation is that the study mainly discusses inventory and trade credit, while other working capital components such as cash management and accounts receivable are not examined in details. It also relies mainly on quantitative financial data, which cannot fully explain management decisions influenced by customer relationships or business strategies. Now, let's discuss the quality of the methodology. The study uses a systematic quantitative research approach with actual company financial data and statistical analysis. This strengthens the reliability of the findings and helps identify the relationship between inventory management and trade credit. However, the methodology could be improved, including qualitative methods such as interviews or case studies to provide deeper insight into why managers make certain financial decisions. Finally, the validity of the conclusion. The conclusions are supported by empirical evidence and statistical analysis, making them consistent with financial management theory. The study clearly shows the inventory management plays an important role in influencing trade credits decisions and improving working capital management. However, since the research is limited to European manufacturing firms, the findings should be applied carefully to other industries and countries. In conclusion, this study provides valuable insight for financial managers by demonstrating how effective inventory management and trade credit decisions can improve a firm's working capital efficiency. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Ruben son of Gopalan and I will be presenting the application to the CLO3. This article is closely related to the cost learning outcome 3 because it's explain how effective the capital management and short-term financing decision contribute a company financial performance. Firstly, the article improve our understanding of working capital management. Working capital refer to the management of the current asset and current liabilities to ensure the business has sufficient funds to carry out its daily operation. The study shows that companies can improve liquidity by managing inventory efficiently using the trade credit to the increase sales. When move faster and receive collected on time, business are able to maintain healthier cash flow and reduce the necessary holding cost. Secondly, the article explains the importance of short-term financing decision. It highlights that trade credit is practical source of short-term financing, especially when the business face limited access to the bank loans or economic certainty. Instead of depending solely on the external borrowing, companies can use supply credit and customer credit policies to support their operations while maintaining a good business relationship. The finding also important implication for the business practice. Managers should regularly monitor inventory level, assess customers before granting the credit and prepare cash budget to control cash inflows and the outflows. The strategies help business improve liquidity, reduce financial risk and achieve better financial stability. A practical example can be seen in the Malaysia electronic retailer. During the period of slow sales, the company offered 60 days trade credit to the trust retailers. This encouraged more purchase, reduce excess inventory, improve cash flow over time, and strengthen customer relationship. As a result, the company manages its working capital more efficiently without relying heavily on the short-term bank financing. In conclusion, this article demonstrated the effective working capital management and approach short-term financial strategies are essential for the maintain quality, supporting daily business operation and achieving long-term business success. Thank you for your attention. I will be passed to the presentation to the next presenter.
Hi everyone, I'm Kavita Bhadrachalan and today I will be presenting the overall assessment and the key lesson learned from the article. Overall, the article concludes that trade, credit and inventory management are closely connected. Instead of just being a payment facility, trade credit can also be used as a strategic tool to reduce inventory levels, increase sales and improve a company's working capital management. The study also found that this strategy becomes even more important during the economic uncertainty. So now let's move on to the key lesson learned from the article. So basically the article emphasizes that inventory, accounts receivable and short-term financing should be managed together rather than doing it separately. And this is mainly because the decisions that we are making from one, it will directly affect the others. So by coordinating these components effectively, business can improve liquidity, reduce inventory holding costs, and increase the operational efficiency as well. In conclusion, the article provides useful insights for financial managers by showing that effective working capital management requires balancing inventory and trade credit decisions together. So that's all from me. Thank you.